Good morning. People get so perturbed by the idea of not being smart or the fear of being stupid. It's the same thing. If you think you're not smart, you're afraid of being stupid. If you or afraid of being dumb, or afraid of not being right. And I think it's a very interesting thing because a lot of people have this fear, right? So the response to that is when someone knows something that someone else doesn't know, we get mad at that person for not knowing the thing that we know, you know? Say if I know the sky is blue and you think the sky is red, and I'm like, no, the sky is blue, dude. Like this person is gonna make this person feel like shit for not knowing something, you know? And that's because the person who knows the thing wants to feel better about themselves and put the person down so that they feel smarter and they feel like more intellectual. Which is just really stupid. In my opinion, the whole fucking thing is so stupid. Because I said this in my last video, knowledge is power. But also, not everybody has the same set of like, nobody knows the same things, like all of the same things. Like, nobody knows what's going on inside of your head. I don't know what's going on inside of your head. You don't know what's going on inside of my head. And that's why we don't, like, there's a reason that we're not telepathic anymore. There are reasons for this. Because if we were all telepathic, everybody would know what was going on inside of everybody's head at every single point in time. And none of this would be a fucking issue. But the reason that we have to use our voice to communicate now, instead of being fucking telepathic, is because beforehand, when we were telepathic, we didn't know the difference between right and wrong, good and evil, smart and not smart, you know? It was all just us, one being, one hive mind. We all knew what was going on all the fucking time, and we were dangerous like that. So the people up there, the higher beings, the Anunnaki, said, "You fucking thought," and took away our telepathic communication. And that's why we have to talk like this now. But the fear of being like stupid and how it manifests in everyday life in putting other people down is, oh god, it's asinine. Like literally, dude. Everybody knows different things. Not everybody is going to know the same things. Not everybody's knowledge set is up to par with your knowledge set, you know? But that doesn't mean that anybody is any worse or any better than you, or not, you know? Because they know something that you don't know, or you know something that they don't know. Like, the more you keep going, the more you keep learning and relearning and everything like that. And that's the fucking key there, is keep going and keep relearning, keep learning. And like, god, the ego gets in the way when you think that you are above someone else because your intellect is higher than them. And like, that's why people get angry at you if you don't know something, and you're like, dude, like, how am I supposed to know this thing about this thing that I have never ever done before? Like, one time I was doing rear brakes on my car, and like, my brother, I thought he was gonna help me. He was helping me by letting me use his shop and being in his shop and everything. And I kept coming over to him and asking him questions about, like, hey, what do I do next? And, you know, all that shit, because I had never done it before. So I was just kind of fucking winging it. And he did get upset at me at one point for asking him all these questions, and I'm like, dude, like, I asked you to help me, and you can't expect me to know what I'm doing when I've never done this before, and when I asked you to help me, you know? Like, because I've never done this before. And then he kind of, like, realized, he was like, oh shit, like, maybe I am, I don't know, the change in, like, he's never going to admit it vocally, but the change in his behavior said all of it. because he actually did start helping me, and then he did apologize and say, like, yeah, no, I should have double checked this and this, like, beforehand, because I ended up doing something wrong. I forgot something, and I ended up losing my brakes completely. So that's a lesson on, like, both of our ends. I think so, at least. I don't know. Finn, if you see this, I love you, and you're a fucking asshole. You know why. I digress. I love my brother. I love him so much, okay? Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. He really, I love him so much. I really do. He's just got to go through this shit to grow through this shit, you know? Which is okay. I did too. There's still gonna be shit that I have to go through to grow through. But I think that knowing that, and being at the point where I am now and knowing that, like, I didn't know everything, that I don't know everything, and that it's dishonest to expect anybody to know everything, including myself to know everything. Like, everything is so, that's a lot. Like, that's a lot. Like, I don't know if any of you guys have seen The Magicians, but if you haven't, spoiler alert, I'm sorry. Or if you are watching it, spoiler alert, I'm sorry, it's about Alice. So when Alice becomes a Niffin, which is basically like this celestial being that can know and learn everything, she basically turns into just energy, and she's this being that is dead set on knowledge. She's trying to learn everything, trying to figure everything out. And in this show, there are different libraries, and the libraries, also, by the way, in this show, I feel like it's very close to the truth on some levels, these libraries being one of them. So, the library in The Magicians is this space in between worlds, and it is a conglomerate of all of the books ever. It has all the information ever, you know, which I think is, like, it's an actual thing. The library does actually exist, but you can only get to it in between dimensions. That's where it lies. It lies in the in-between. And, like, in the show The Magicians, like, you have different water fountains, and these different fountains are what bring you, or the portals to the different dimensions and whatever, and you have to open up the right portal on the in-between in order to get to the library, basically. And there are, like, guards and everything that guard the center of the library so you can't get to it, you know, all that stuff. Which is true. I accidentally broke into a library once, and once they realized that I was there for maybe, like, 5 seconds, and then I got booted, like, literally booted the fuck out, like the, you can't be here, and then wham, I was back in my body. I was like, oh my god, it felt fucking weird, like, it felt like I had been made to sit down, like, I got put back in my chair. This was a couple years ago, and this shit runs through my brain so often. It's kind of fucking crazy. I was going, you know what? Fuck it. I don't give a fuck about my appearance, y'all. That's more ego and more, like, material shit. Whatever. Right now, the substance that matters is my voice and what I'm saying. That's what matters. That's the substance here. But, yeah, very short video today, which is okay, but yeah, basically, it's really stupid to be mad at other people for not understanding things. Like, there was a point in time when you didn't understand that, too. There was a point in time when you didn't know. Why are you gonna dog someone else for doing that? Why are you letting your ego get in the way? It doesn't matter if anybody's smarter or stupider than you are. Everybody's just fucking existing, man, and it's your ego that's getting in the way of allowing other people the grace of knowing. Instead of getting angry, you could just explain things. Instead of like, I know this, and refusing to learn more, you could be like, I actually don't know, can you please explain it to me? Because admitting that you don't know is almost as bad as admitting that you don't know something is just as bad as like berating someone for being stupid, you know? So if I'm like pretending to know stuff about something when I fucking don't, that's bad, you know? Not bad, but it's bad. It's not ideal. You shouldn't be pretending to know about things when you don't know about things in order to seem a certain way, because again, that's your ego talking. That's your ego. That's your higher, like, bullshit materialistic self being like, oh, I want to seem cool by knowing about these things that I really have no fucking idea about. And it all comes back to, again, the we're not connecting with ourselves. We're trying to appease the outside world and make them happy by making us fit into that mold instead of looking at the mold that's actually inside of us and what we want and what we feel and putting that out there. Instead, we look at everybody else and look at their approval. Oh, what do you want from me? What can I do for you? How can I make myself smaller to fit into your box so that you don't have a problem with me existing? Ask yourself this: how do you fit inside of your own box? You have a box. You have things that you like. You have you. Why are you ignoring it? Why are you pretending to be something that you're not? Because it's easy, because it's comfortable, because it is what you are familiar with. You don't know yourself, which is why it's scary to get to know yourself, and even scarier to put yourself out there. Everything is fear. Everybody's afraid of it. Nobody wants to be seen as stupid. Nobody wants to be seen as dumb. Nobody wants to be seen as weird or whatever the fuck. But that's how you break the curse. By being as weird as you possibly can be, as authentic as you possibly can be, by not filtering yourself, by not berating people for not knowing simple things or not so simple things either. Like, it's okay to not know. It's okay. It's okay. Do you think that my neighbor, like, knows? Do you think I don't like my neighbor because I don't think that they know? I don't know if y'all understood that. But point being, everybody has a different knowledge level. Everybody knows different things. And you're supposed to come together with all the different knowledge and put it together. Not fucking push them away because it's not what you know or not what you don't know. Okay, that is all I have to say for today. I hope y'all have a great day. May the 4th be with you, even though that was last Monday. But still, the Force is always with you. I'm one with the Force is with me. Have a great day, fuckers. Go outside, get some fresh air. I'm out here with Argyle, but he's sitting over there. Fresh air, water, fuel your body, and do some movements. Make sure you move, okay? Peace out, folks.